Hey there, Bourbon Street Joe here. And yes, that's quite stylish because as of filming, this is now in December, and well, I'll put it here, that, and if I can put it there or here again, that is my view out there and out there. It snowed like a bugger last night, so yeah, great. Anyway, moving forward, as they say, this comes actually on the heels, even though when it is released, it'll be probably a week out from the release of a video by Jerms, where he happened to feature a Japanese milimeshi or mirimeshi Japanese civilian ration that I sent him, along with a few other ones. But anyway, so my next release, you'll see it in a couple days anyway. And just kind of at random, while I was going through my civilian box, and I did not know Jerms was going to publish that milimeshi so quickly, I came up with this, which is another form of milimeshi. This one is by a different company, I believe. As you can see, it's in a plastic bag. It's just sealed with a piece of tape. We've got instructions here, which I will translate and throw here, there, somewhere. But I will weigh this before my scale craps out, as it always does. So we're looking at about 784 grams, or 1 pound, 11 and a half ounces, give or take. Now, while I've got this up, the scale that is, and hopefully this doesn't fall over, I've also got these 4 different rice sticks, as they are labeled. So they are a thermostabilized retort pouch. Obviously, you have a tear notch at the top, tear notch about halfway down, and they are just a complete solid of rice. This one is minced chicken. I see coffee's guarding the house, or I can hear her anyway. Even though the ingredients list it as beef, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. They're touted as about 170 grams each. No, sorry, 180 grams each. So 11 grams in packaging, I assume. So that is 6.7 ounces, a little over 6.5 ounces. This one is a dry curry. 192 grams, about the same, right? This one is, it's touted as a chicken rice, but tomato ketchup is involved in the ingredients here, about halfway down. So I think it's a ketchup rice, chicken ketchup rice. And then this one is a gomoku rice, and 196 grams there. Gomoku is a five item rice, so there are 5 different vegetables that are involved in the making of this. I will crank the stove here, because again, it's goddamn frigid in here. And shovel the driveway. That was interesting. Okay, and this water was just recently on the boil, so this won't take long to heat up. And make a multitude of noise in the background. I will, hopefully I can get these all in here without absolutely destroying something. I'll put them in upside down so we can get At least the heat on the part without the label. Yes, I know. Not enough going on here, too much going on over there. But anyway, we have this other one. It is a best before, I believe it's July 26th, 2020. It does state, that heater and tableware are included. Foreca Foods Company Limited. So I did vaguely look at this as a translation, and I will take a proper translation and put it up again over here or something. But it's basically, it explains the company, Foreca Foods, does make rations for the Japanese Self-Defense Force. And this is merely, as they call it, a rescue food, or something that you would have on hand for an emergency. Japan, and though one did occur this year while I was, two occurred this year while I was there. I did not feel either earthquake, as I was on the North Island of Hokkaido at the time. One was about midway down the main island on the north side, and that did result, unfortunately, in a gentleman's death. I think he fell off a ladder. And then there was a smaller one in Tokyo. But anyway, so this is 1,296 yen, so about $13 Canadian. It's a one-meal package, so you have chicken flakes and rice gruel. You also have miso soup and potato and tuna salad. Yes, kids, that's potato salad and tuna salad together. The only thing that may render this vaguely sketch is the fact that if that's tuna salad with mayonnaise, I mean, it's in a can, but anyway, like I said, I will provide translations on both, but obviously you have your instructions, what to do, how to heat, add your water. It looks like there's one heating element which goes in the bottom. It is a gusset. And then you will heat your other items. Probably the usual deets: do not burn yourself, don't do anything stupid with this, yada yada. It does have a tear notch and a seal. Oh, check that. It does not have a tear notch, but it does have a reseal. So if we cut it, let's try above that line. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that works for me. Smells like paper, honestly. And again, I will flatten that out and provide a decent translation. I'm not entirely sure who these three GIs are, but whatever goopy substance that is doesn't look too friggin' appetizing. And I mean, one guy's wearing a helmet liner, or helmet, and they look like they're wearing their UDT booty shorts or some sort of equivalent. Honestly, I can't see being in a jungle wearing shorts. That's just a bad idea. Spoon. Oh. Season. I'm not sure what season it's supposed to be, but obviously that's your napkin, made in Japan. I'll just shut that off. Seeing it was a dull roar and basically just spitting water everywhere. Now, I did take a picture to get a translation off the labels earlier, which is probably a good idea because I'm inverting them now in the water just to try to get an even heat, and yeah, that label will not survive. So this is it's your chicken flakes. Obviously, a little moist in there. Potato salad and tuna salad. Expiration date on that one, 2020. this is liquid, 90 grams. I will have to do a translation on that, as I have not witnessed that before. And that is 30 grams, which is good till January 2023. So I'm assuming, judging by the texture of that, this is probably 90 milliliters of water that goes on top of your 30 gram heater. Oh, that's got a ding to it, doesn't it? You have some rice gruel. And your miso soup. Coolio. Best before date on that one. Best before date on that one. So I will throw that back on while I look at this, do some quick translations, and then we'll get that popped into there. Heat what we have to, heat what we keep what we don't have to aside, and do some snacking. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've given this an indeterminate amount of time, 5 or 10 minutes maybe. I believe the heater is touted for 30 minutes of run time, and just moving it makes it angry apparently. So needless to say, I've gloved up to retrieve from that. Yes, I double gloved it because well, that's going to be piping hot, and that hot steam is still flying around in there, and I have no desire to give myself a steam burn because those hurt a lot. So we'll keep that to the side as it continues to sputter away. Use the glove. Zzz. And listen to that again sputter away in the background. Now, what I also did was I retrieved our rice sticks, considering they were pretty much set like concrete to begin with. They're quite pliable now. We also have our chicken flakes. We'll see how that turns out. Quite dark. Smells kind of salty, a bit like soy sauce maybe. And this is our Potato and tuna salad. No hiss on that one either, thank goodness. Ooh. Okay then. Oop. That doesn't smell a lot like anything. I will retire this for 1 second. I bump everything. Oh, apparently I don't have my KFS with me. All right. Now let's just use this sucker here. Because, of course, we have heated this. And, yeah, contents are a little pressurized. Yep. Making a mess. Give me a sec here. All right. Sorted that little mess out. Little goopy. And that is your piping hot rice gruel. So it's obviously very well cooked, like a glutinous rice, short grain rice. That has almost no flavor, except a bit of metal. Not surprising. Let's just try that over here for 1 sec. Hold on. 1 sec. Whew. Didn't think that one up the best now, did I? And this is our miso soup, which is hot, hot, hot. And yes, something did escape from the can into soup. Sorry there, bumping that. So it's smells good. By the color, I would say that's an aka or a red miso as opposed to a white or shiro miso. Reds are more of a like a dinner soup as opposed to a breakfast soup, which would be more a light or white miso. So this has got like wheat gluten, looks like. Sweeter than I'm used to, but hey, came out of a can. That's 3 years expired, so not too shabby. And that's our very soft chicken flakes. Definitely chicken. Sesame seeds in there. Not sure what the other flavorings are. But it does say to eat that with that. Obviously our some hot miso soup. And then we have our tuna potato salad. That's carrot. That's a big bunch of it. So that is almost mousse-like in consistency. It's so creamy you can even barely see the fibers from the tuna in there. Chunks of potato. Oh, there's a bigger piece of tuna. Right there. Nope, that's a chunk of potato. It's almost like a Miracle Whippy kind of sauce. I was trapped somewhere after an earthquake, and I had one of these, and you saw how that sucker took off. Like, you know what, we'll go with this. At least you'd have some heat. You'd have, well, no light, but you'd have heat, food. Take a bit of that together. That's kind of lack of flavor still almost overpowers that actually having flavor. But I can see why that's... Yeah, that's good miso soup. Especially on a night like tonight when it's friggin' cold outside. Anyway, yeah. I'll just whip out my Canadian mess kit here quickly. The only downside, obviously, is that this does not come with any other sort of food receptacle. You don't really need it, obviously, if everything's canned, including the miso soup. So you could literally spoon everything out with that if you had to, I guess. Though I did notice that the back end of this is broken already. Excuse me. So we will go with our. It's the middle's still kind of hard, but either side with the water. Oh, the label made it too. Had a good depth on it. The rice is squishable, and I'll just drop out a piece of each. Okay, so that's the tan. That should be the minced chicken that said beef was one of the ingredients in it. This one is the dry curry. In Japan, it's K-A-R-I, curry. Okay, yeah, I can see how that's curry. And then the other two harden up here. There was the ketchup. Right, that should be interesting. I wonder if it's like an omurice. That is oddly enough pretty much what it sounds like. It's a, yeah, that kind of looks like a ketchup race, doesn't it? I'll spin that in a sec. And this is 5-ingredient. This is my 5-item rice. Pardon me, not 5-ingredient. 5 items, so supposedly 5 different types of vegetables. So there should be like seaweed and there's definitely seaweed in that. So we have our chicken, beef, dry curry, our ketchup, and our 5-item rice. Let's try our... Yeah, I kind of figured even flexible, they're still going to be carrot, I think. No, that's meat. Chicken, I guess. It's tasty. Definitely nothing off about it. It's a little sweet. There's definitely a pronounced flavor of ginger in there. Bit of sodium. I think there's some soy in there as well. Our dry curry. Got one there. Not bad. It's a lot milder than even Japanese curries that I'm used to, which are like uber mild. Pretty good. On the flip, some ketchup. Yeah, that is straight up just ketchup rice. I'll throw up a image of omurice. It's pretty much what it sounds like. It's rice, ketchup rice inside of an omelet that they usually serve gravy on, or just cut it down the middle and it kind of flops open. Very soft cooked eggs, but yeah. And I didn't have it in Japan yet. And this is our 5-item. Okay. That's definitely more savory. Still a little sweet. A little more herbal. I know there's seaweed in it, but I think there's like burdock or something else in it. Anyway, yeah. Pretty darn tasty. So I will clean this up and we shall return. Be right back. Okay, so we have everything cleaned up to a point. Not a very fine point. There's all our junk. And I just jostled this recently and it's sort of acting up again, but you can see how bloated that thing has gotten, right? Just anyway, let's do it this way. 119, 122, 141, 241 grams. I can put that up there as to what that translates to. And as for our rice sticks, again, they were nominally 180 grams. And I think there was 10, 11 gram overage or something, 40 gram. There you go. Pretty much. There's your packaging. Again, that is a different type of civilian milimeshi or mirimeshi. Yeah, not much else to say, really. Thanks for the shout out from Jerms. Didn't have to do that, brother. I was more than happy to ship that stuff over to you. Anyway, I'm Ribbon Street Joe. I'm out. Bye.